Look at the vastness of this ocean. It feels free, doesn't it? A sense of absolute liberty. But don't let the surface fool you. Even here, every single wave, every drop of water is governed by the hidden, powerful, and invisible pull of the tides. Just like your financial life. While you wake up, go to work, and dream of a better future, the global economy is shifting in ways that are designed to keep you in chains. We are no longer talking about a simple inflation or a temporary recession. We are heading toward a staggering $39 trillion national debt. This isn't just a budget problem for the news cycles. This is a calculated, mathematical debt-death spiral. Most people see the numbers, but they don't see the cage. When a government owes $39 trillion, they don't plan to pay it back. They plan to inflate it away. This means every hour you work, every dollar you save, is being slowly bled dry to fund a system that has already failed. The ocean looks calm, but beneath the surface, the current is pulling you out to sea. The 1971 Betrayal and the engine of war. To understand the root of this collapse, we must travel back to August 15th, 1971. This was the day the world changed forever. This was the moment Washington broke the sacred link between the dollar and gold. Before this, money was real. Every dollar in your pocket was a claim on a physical piece of gold held in a vault. There was a limit to how much could be printed. There was a limit to the corruption. But after Nixon's announcement, money became a promise, a piece of paper backed by nothing but faith. This gave Washington the ultimate weapon, the power to print currency without limits. And how did they use that power? They didn't use it to build your schools or fix your bridges. They used it to fund a cycle of endless wars. From the humid jungles of Vietnam to the burning sands of Iraq and Afghanistan, they have printed trillions to fund blood and iron. Money they never actually had. This is the military-industrial financial complex. They create the debt, they print the money, they fund the war, and you, the taxpayer, are left with the bill. Today, you are paying the price for 50 years of military overreach. This is the inflation tax. They aren't just defending borders, they are fueling a monster by mortgaging your children's future. The Strait of Hormuz and the energy trap. Look at the headlines today. You see talk of ceasefires and reopening the Strait of Hormuz. The media wants you to breathe a sigh of relief, but an educated researcher must ask, why now? The Strait of Hormuz is the world's most vital energy artery, carrying 20% of the global oil supply. For weeks, we watched the world hold its breath as this artery was nearly severed. Even if the ships are moving today, the stability is an illusion. The US economy is no longer a fortress. It is a house of cards. A debt of $39 trillion means America can no longer afford to maintain its global dominance. This is what experts call the Suez Canal moment for the American empire. When the British Empire could no longer protect the Suez Canal, their global power collapsed. Today, Washington is facing the same reality in the Middle East. They are risking a global economic apocalypse just to satisfy a political ego and protect a crumbling legacy. While billions of your tax dollars flow into foreign deserts to secure these waters, the American home front is quietly collapsing. Bridges are falling, and the middle class is being liquidated. This is not leadership. It is a fundamental betrayal of the people. The CBDC prison and the elite escape. Why won't the leaders stop the printing press? Because they have a plan B. They know the dollar is dying. They know the $39 trillion debt can never be repaid in today's currency. So, they are building a digital control grid. They want to replace your physical cash with CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. This isn't Bitcoin. This is a government-controlled ledger where every cent you spend is tracked, monitored, and approved. Recently, we've seen the introduction of things like the Genius Act. Beneath the positive name lies a trap. This legislation is designed to force digital asset issuers to back their stablecoins with government debt. In plain English, they want to force your digital dollars to fund their debt. They want to turn your smartphone into a government leash. One line of code can turn your money off if you express the wrong opinion or buy the wrong products. This is the ultimate centralization of power. And while they build this digital prison for you, the smartest people in the room are running for the exits. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and the congressional elites are selling billions in stocks right now. Why? Because they see the writing on the wall. They know that when the debt-death spiral hits its final stage, paper money will just be paper. They are moving their wealth into hard assets, thousands of acres of land, physical gold, and high-tech bunkers. They are preparing for the collapse while telling you to keep trusting the system. The act of resistance. History is a cold witness. No empire in human history has ever survived after drowning itself in unmanageable debt. From Rome to the British Empire, the pattern is always the same. Debasement of the currency, followed by endless war, followed by total collapse. The move toward $39 trillion is not just a statistic. It is a final warning shot. They want you distracted by the noise of the news cycle. They want you divided by politics. But most of all, they want you uninformed. In an era of universal deceit, knowing the truth is the only act of resistance. Stop looking at the talking heads on TV. Start looking at the math. The math doesn't lie. The tides are rising, the storm is here, and only the prepared will survive. The ocean remains, but the world we knew is fading. The transition will be painful, but the truth will set you free. Stay sharp, protect your family, and for God's sake, start looking at the math.